Dang it, I was muted. Welcome, everyone, to the Comlink Cheddar podcast. Today, myself and a number of my other guests, they'll be on here shortly, we'll be reviewing the Mara Jade comic books. Last week, Sam and I were able to go over, I believe it was the first 3 issues. Today, we are going to be going through 4 through 6. And then we're also going to be doing one of the Tales comics with her. So, yeah. Let's see. What have I been reading? Okay, so I just finished Star Wars, what was it? The X-Wing series, Back to War. And so that is the 4th book in the X-Wing series. And it's kind of the end of a story arc. And so it was bittersweet. I'm excited because there's plenty more to come. And I know that these characters continue on for like the next 100 books or whatever. But I felt very accomplished finishing it. And I don't want to give away many spoilers. I would say definitely go read it if you like the simple, like, part of Star Wars, of the X-Wing pilots. It's basically Top Gun for Star Wars. The audiobooks, I would highly recommend the ones read by Mark Thompson. I went through and did those ones. They're on Audible. And they've got the sound effects. He even is really good at doing different voices. Sorry, my camera's not working. I don't know what's been up with that. The camera on the laptop doesn't work, and I don't have my like tripod with my webcam on it. What else have I been reading? I've been reading the classic Star Wars series, and so they were originally UK comic strips, but then they were updated and then released by Dark Horse in the 90s. They originally came out like at the time that the original trilogy came out, but then they like kind of updated them. They added color to them. They even added panels, and they had the same artists come back and do that for to kind of make the story flow more like a standard comic book. I think I might be halfway through that. I did finish the Marvel run. I think I talked about that last week. The original Marvel run. That was kind of sad finishing that up, because I had been reading it, I think, for 3 years, on and off. So I did that. Let's see. I like to jump around, read all kinds of things. But what else have I been reading? I've also been reading Shatterpoint. Now, Shatterpoint is a novel that takes place during the Clone Wars and follows Jedi Master Mace Windu. There was an audiobook that came out for that. It was the unabridged. And so I've been going through that. That was after I finished Back to War. And it's all right. It's not my favorite. I don't know. There's a lot of first-person perspective, which Sometimes I like to read, sometimes I don't like to read. I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I eventually, I mean, it's probably taken me a year to read maybe. Whenever they released it on for unabridged, was whenever I started it, and then I just kind of stopped. Read X-Wing, came back to it. I also read. I started Wraith Squadron, which is the next one in the X-Wing series. I enjoy that. Um, Hoping they'll do a unabridged audiobook for that one, but they haven't talked about it yet, so just kind of going through that. Um, Hidden Gems is a YouTube channel that has that stuff on there. He or she, I don't know, has the unabridged audio on there, read by I don't know who, but been reading that. Decade Bird, another YouTube channel. They also have a Spotify channel, and they have some of their unabridged audiobooks on there. They have Choices of One. Now that follows Mara Jade, who we'll be talking about today. Whenever she is the Emperor's Hand, while she's serving Palpatine. I didn't get too far in there. I just kind of threw it on to, while I was driving. Now that's by Timothy Zahn, who wrote these comics as well. And then the big one, Supernatural Encounters by Joe Bongiorno. Basically, the premise of that is basically it takes place without spoiling. So if you guys are listening and you guys don't want me to spoil anything, just skip ahead a few minutes. But the premise of it so far is they're basically discussing the credibility of this journal. And these people are, I can't think of their name, like what their organization is, but I know it's like New Republic, or it might actually, it's the Galactic Alliance, because it takes place later down the line. Leia's there. She's probably in her 60s, possibly. They don't really go into that. But it does have a lot of connections to the UK comics, the Marvel comics, the Ewok movies and TV show, just a bunch of stuff that I'm just eating up. But oh man, it's hard for me to put this one down, and it's hard for me to lug around the book because I have the hardcover, but I downloaded it on my Kindle and I can read it on the go. I think I'm almost finished with book one, which is The Trial. I'm not quite sure what happens after that. I'm a bit excited to see what happens after. I'm only like 60 pages in, and it's a 1,000-page book, so it's a beast. But yeah, I am in a new location, so I hope that my audio sounds good. Still waiting on my guests. Let's see. Nope, nothing yet. Oh, so it's finally starting to feel like fall. I'm loving it. fall weather. When I work at a school, and so we take the students out on the track field sometimes. Oh, it's so nice, so relaxing. Yeah, I'm hoping it stays this way for a while. Here in Missouri, the weather is just it's either super hot or super cold. And whenever we get these nice days, it's very nice. I do need to pull up the comics on my Kindle. I wasn't able to find the physical copies that I had. I might have them here. I don't know. All right. Don't need my computer to turn off. Also, let's see. Well, I will have to download that one. After we do the Mara Jade comics, we were talking about doing the Jango Fett and Zam Wessel kind of duology that they've got. Their tie-ins to Attack of the Clones, and so they lead into that. All right, I'm gonna go to downloads, Mara Jade. I'm almost there with the Star Wars comics. I'm almost finished. Just have to finish classic Star Wars, TCW tie-ins. Got the Droid and Ewoks comics, which shouldn't take too long. And then Legacy 2. I'm going to finish it on Legacy 2 just to get that feeling of completion there. Three, we already read 3. 4 is where we're at. Yes. Yes. Oh. We check on everybody. Let's see. I'm trying to think what some Star Wars Expanded Universe news is. Sorry, I am still sick. All right. I'm trying to think. What's new? I see I have a viewer. Hello. Loki. Season 2. That's new. That's something I've watched. It's pretty good so far. There's some things that I would change. I'm not going to go into spoilers, so don't worry. It's a bit slow, but it's kind of picking up. There's a new episode tonight. I'm going to watch it with Lydia. So there's that. Man, I feel like usually there's always some expanded universe news going on. Like something, I mean, we're not getting much of it because of Disney's focusing on their own new canon, but I think, I hope sometime they'll kind of tap into that. I've got some talking points I'm wanting to run by my guests. But let's see, what else? What else is there? I guess I've just been obsessing about supernatural encounters. Just been diving deeper and deeper into that. Yeah. There was something else I was reading. What was it? Oh, I'm also reading The Ultimate Chronology by Noah, Quality Autism. I was catching up on that. What I like to do is whenever I finish a story in the post Return of the Jedi era, I'll just go through and read up in his chronology. I'm waiting for the next one to come out, which is going to be like the Dawn of the Jedi, like the early stages, which I'm really looking forward to. I think now it might be the whole Old Republic. But yeah, which I'm excited for because I'd love to read his entries for the SWTOR game, the Old Republic game. That's something that's a bit hard for me to get into, but I want to know about it. Mainly because, I mean, it's a video game. I don't have that kind of time. Sorry. It's been a long week. But I'd like to read up on those just to catch up on that. It's just easier for me to read through it than to sit through the 20-hour cinematics. Well, not really cinematics, but like the animations, the cutscenes. That's what they are. But but yeah, let's see what else. There's a new Snow White movie, which is going to be interesting. Not the Disney one. It is going to be starring what's her name? She's from the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire is making it. It's supposed to be completely like respectful to the source material, which is good. I like that. I like that we have these properties where people can make kind of whatever they want with it. If they want to do their own thing with it, okay, good. Yeah, okay, go for it. But they can also do, if people want to be traditional about it. It's kind of weird. This is, of course, the opposite of what we've been seeing because Winnie the Pooh became public domain. And of course, someone instantly makes a horror film about it, which I've not seen yet. Lydia's not a horror type of person. She does not like that. And so I don't watch a whole lot of it. I usually do that with my brother. And he hasn't expressed interest in watching it. I'm more of a social visual entertainment. I'd rather read than watch something, like if I'm by myself, or YouTube. I go to YouTube a lot. Podcasts, interviews. I just saw a great interview with Joe Bongiorno, the author of Supernatural Encounters, by Stevie B, who I think I was on was on a podcast with him, with Quinlan Voss, Brennan. And so, yeah. But trying to check my news feed to see if there's some stuff. I know Brennan's finding all this obscure expanded universe legends things. I'll get into it more whenever we have it. I don't know if it's my favorite segment of the show, but it's definitely the one that I probably get the most passion out of. But that's a load of Filoni. We'll get into that whenever we get there. But I've been seeing a lot of upset fans with his work. So yeah, we will. I've got a hot topic for today. Need to write it down before. It was actually something I discovered right before going live. So I am moving. Basically, I'll be moving all my stuff in November, but I'll be officially moving in the day of my wedding into my fiance's house, and I'm gonna have to move all of my stuff from my apartment that I share with my brother now. And one of my bookshelves is broke, and it's my pre-Empire Strikes Back bookshelf. So everything before that is on this one shelf. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get stronger shelves or makeshift it somehow. And then I'm gonna have to like drill it into the wall or something. It's gonna be crazy. Because I would say I probably have about 4 bookshelves worth of books at my apartment, and just moving them here, it's going to take a lot of trips, I think, unless I could get a truck to do that. But I'll need a lot of boxes. I'm glad I saved my boxes from whenever I moved into that apartment, because the funny thing was that my fiance and I started dating like 1 week after I moved out of my parents' house. It's crazy. Maybe it was 2 weeks, something like that. But I ended up just taking the boxes and moving them to her house. And I'm like, I'm going to need these. It's kind of crazy. Oh. Wish I could view to see who is watching. If you want to chat in the chat, you can. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of people are talking about expanded universe stuff. I'm starting to see. I don't know if that's because the algorithm's pointing it towards that, but I feel like we're getting close to boiling over point for. Oh, it's Sam. What's up? It's a boiling over point. I think it's coming. I can just kind of feel it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like Disney's getting to the point where they're like, we have untapped potential right here. At least all of the news articles that I'm seeing are saying, Disney, you want some money? Apparently there's a lot of stuff going on here. So I feel like, I don't know, they might break eventually and give us stuff. Now, is it going to be good? I don't know. At least give them a chance to be good. But yeah. I feel like the attention that, like whenever they bring a character into the Disney canon, I think that it's a good it's lazy. I'm just gonna say that. I don't watch their stuff anymore, but it's definitely lazy. It feels like they think that the EU is like the comics for Marvel. Sam, you asked, where is Brennan at? I don't know. He said he was going to be on in a little bit. He could be the other person watching. But I feel like they think it's just like the Marvel comics. Like, oh, let's take the story arc and change it. It's like I'm starting to relate to the Marvel fans that don't like the MCU because they just kind of butcher the storylines. Which I don't know. I've been kind of tired of Marvel. I've been watching Loki, and then I try to see the movies when they come out. I just don't really have the attention span for the shows. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Sam, take your time. Man, I don't know where the cat went. I was gonna have a extra special guest, and that would have been Lydia's cat, Pearl. I thought she was gonna join us today, but I guess she found other things to do. I guess I just got too boring for her. She was running around doing stuff down here, but yeah. I've got 3 viewers. Woohoo! Hope it's not me watching myself. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Or wanted to say something. I don't know. Moving my Legos is gonna be crazy too. Because it was crazy the first time. I'm gonna have to tape all of my drawers shut because I have a lot of stackable, like the not Rubbermaid, but like the Walmart brand storage containers. So that's gonna it's gonna be some. And my 3D printer, I gotta move that too. There's some EU 3D prints that I kind of wanna do. I'd love to make the Errant Venture. For you guys that don't know what ship that is, it's a super star. No, not a super star destroyer. It's a regular star destroyer, but it's painted red. I don't know. That's kind of cool, visually pleasing. I just read in Back to War the origins of that ship, kind of the start of the reputation it has, which just seeing the picture, beautiful. I'd also like to make a Lego set, like a Lego set out of it, maybe a mini scale one because I don't know if I have all the red pieces to make like a playset size Star Destroyer, or I even have a UCS Star Destroyer, not the new one, but the older one. And of course, I don't want to replace all of those pieces for that one. That one's actually going to be, I want to have it on a shelf or like kind of propped up over my Project Tatooine, because it does have the Tantive 4. going, getting chased by it. And I'd love to have that as a little, almost a centerpiece, I guess. That's the thing that people would see the most of. I also have the Falcon that I could make not the UCS one. That would be a mess. Whew. Like if I did minifig size, like Tatooine, that would be wild. I could probably start with the Cantina, but definitely a good start. Hey. Hey, Brennan. Oh, yes. Let me send that to you. Sorry about that, if that's what was holding you up. Where's Discord? Okay. Don't know where my stuff is on my phone. And here you go. All right. Brennan should be here soon. Sam as well. They're the only two guests that I got a for sure about. Okay. There was also this other piece of EU that I found very interesting. So Peyton, my fiance's daughter, she loves Ewoks. Okay. And there's the Galactic Pals. I think that's what it is. It's a show on Star Wars Kids, the YouTube channel. Well, she loves that, of course. It's directed specifically towards her. It's all of the species, like the alien species in Star Wars, but they look cute. Well, they have a toy line. And so, of course, her heart melted when she saw Wicket as a baby doll. But here's the interesting thing. They did a second wave. This the first wave was like Wicket. I think you had Chewbacca, of course. And then you had like a baby, might have been a Jawa or something. And so, yes, that was the toy line there. Baby Yoda's popular. Why don't we just make Baby everything else? Which is obviously I think she actually paid her own money. She did some chores because she wanted it so bad. But then there was another one that came out, and it is her favorite Ewok, Princess Nisa. And so that was released in Wave 2. Wave 2 had Nisa. I think it had a Rodian and probably a few other ones. But they had Nisa, which I think Nisa might be dual canon. I know that she appeared in a comic that was new canon, but it was one of those like tall tales ones that it's like, okay, these campfire stories, which is what I'm going to get into with that's a load of Filoni. But it's still like they're really marketing towards, some of the old stuff, which I'm loving. Pandering for the they did a droids toy line where it was C3PO, R2, and then Boba Fett, and it was his droids armor that he had in that show, which is basically his holiday special armor. And yeah, I had to buy those up, and then I don't. They actually have Wicket and Nisa they're going to release for that too, which I'm looking forward to, and I'm going to have to buy that. I really like those vintage type ones. Like they're selling it to me. And they're also not that expensive. I think I think that's a 2-pack, and it's going to be about $20. Which honestly, what they've done with some of the Ewoks is they would have I think like an Ewok is like $14. Like goodness, that's a lot. But yeah. So why I thought of that is because I see it over here on the table about Nisa, but it's definitely interesting that they're marketing that stuff. I think it came out around the time that they released the Ewok TV show and movies on Disney Plus, which I'm hoping they do a physical release for those, a re-release. Do an Ewok bundle plus droids. But yeah, let's see. What other news? What other things? What other thoughts? Updates. Okay. I think this worked. But anyway, let's see. What else have I been reading? I've been reading quite a bit. In terms of Star Wars, I think that's all. I'm dreading the TCW ones. That's the Clone Wars. For you guys that don't know, the Clone Wars tie-in comic books. I think they're very out of place. Some of them are. Some of them I really enjoy them. But I did this thing where I, didn't spread out, do a good one and then an Anakin and Ahsoka one. But Brandon is here. Hello.
Hello, Brady. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I was just talking about how I have to read the TCW tie-in graphic novels.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've read most of the good ones.
Those.
What's that?
No prisoners, wild space, all those.
No, the graphic novels.
Oh, the graphic novels. Gotcha.
Yeah. Which I've read some of the tie-in novels, which I do enjoy,
Yeah.
or at least like I hear a lot of people, talking about what was it, Wild Space?
Yeah.
But I kind of enjoyed that one.
I liked Wild Space as well. I like No Prisoners better though. Have you read No
Oh
Prisoners
yes,
yet?
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. That one's way better. But
Wild Prisoners is good though. Or Wild Prisoners. Wild Space is good though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just liked the kind of the relationship between Bail Organa.
Bail and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, which was something we didn't get, but it's almost talked about. It's one of those like,
Yep.
Oh, we need this book to explain this off
line
reference that we haven't expanded upon yet.
Exactly. And have you seen the art piece for it from the Essential Reader's Companion, I think?
Yes.
Where it shows Bail carrying Obi-Wan?
Yes.
Oh, that hits me. I love it. It's so good.
Which I love seeing that those kind of artworks that have TCW stuff. So like Anakin and Ahsoka, but the live action versions.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually broke down and watched the clips from the Ahsoka show that have Hayden.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what's this about?
The only exposure I have to it. Have you seen the guy who does the pitch meetings? Did you do you do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, he's a YouTube channel who does pitch meetings where he basically acts like he's the guy pitching a show or movie to a
Oh,
producer,
I gotcha.
and then like makes fun of the show or movie.
Yeah,
He's made fun of all my favorite movies and made them seem very silly. It's
that's
very amusing to watch. But my only exposure to Ahsoka and any clips is from the pitch meeting because I watch all the pitch meetings regardless of what it is.
okay.
And I saw some clips from it. Hayden looked pretty well de-aged.
He did.
He looked better than the de-aged Luke did.
He looked better than he did in the Obi-Wan show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any frame of reference for that. Sorry.
Hayden was in the Obi-Wan show, and there
Oh,
was a
was he?
flashback.
Okay.
And so that was probably the last Disney Star Wars thing I watched.
Right.
Actually, what it was I wasn't sure if I was going to watch it. Then my friend was like, "Hey, you want to watch it?" And I was like,
Yeah, I gotcha.
And
I know how
yeah.
that goes. Yeah.
And so we watched it, and then I think I was like, I kind of want to know how this ends. And so
Yeah.
I just watched it was like edited together as a movie,
Right. Okay.
which,
Was it better that way?
yes, a lot better.
Mm.
Still had its problems. It still had its lore breaking kind of, elements and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like I guess we could talk about this now, but did you watch the Stevie B and Joe Bongiorno interview?
Yeah.
Fantastic interview.
Oh, terrific. So
Yes.
good. Their chemistry was great. Even at the end when Stevie had his connection problems,
Yeah.
they persevered, continued on. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Joe had mentioned that he had written an essay about tying Rogue One into the expanded universe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm listening. Because I enjoyed Rogue One. I was in the hype. I was
I liked it a lot when I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
But I watched it again after playing Dark Forces.
Yeah.
Which Rogue One contradicts Dark Forces. So when I'd first seen Rogue One, I really liked it. But then after playing Dark Forces, I was like, you know what I mean? On rewatch, I was just kind of like, now I'm not as keen, I guess. But overall, it was probably the best thing that has been made Star Wars since 2014.
Yeah. See, whenever I watched it, I was all into the new canon. I was trying to read all the books, all the stuff there.
Keep up with all the new releases.
Yeah. And so they had like a prequel book, and basically I was following the marketing for that.
Yeah. Catalyst, was that the name of it?
Yes. Which it was James Luceno that did it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that book fits in at all. I don't know. Joe has it on his timeline, which I'm like, explain, please.
He edited Tarkin in a way that removes all like EU contradictions.
Yeah.
To try to make it fit, because Tarkin was supposed to be an EU book.
Yeah.
First, so he like removed like 2 or 3 chapters.
Yes, I think so.
And made it like fit with the EU. I don't know how I feel about that, but like Joe's a smart guy. He's doing some cool stuff.
So I was reading his article about how Rogue One fits in with the expanded universe and how it doesn't fit. And after reading his article, the way he explained it, Rogue One fits into the expanded universe better than The Force Unleashed does. From what I've read. And I'm like,
interesting.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Yeah. Most definitely is.
And that,
as a fan of Force Unleashed, that hurts. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I am a fan of it too.
Yeah, I like Force Unleashed a lot.
The Force Unleashed, I would say, really got me into the expanded universe. Like,
it's the first video game outside of Temple Run or Super Mario that I ever played.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think it was probably that for me too.
yeah.
There was the like Lego Star Wars. It was
Okay.
definitely the most challenging, like the first really challenging game. Um, I would say one of those. What are they called? Like AAA games or like the big?
Yeah. The big budget games.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
Same for
probably
me.
first there. Because technically, like I guess, well, the Lego games were big budget, but not like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of The Force Unleashed. But as an EU fan now, I see all of the problems with it.
Yeah. The novelizations make it better.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
comics make it better. The comics really fit quite well. The comic tie-ins do a pretty good job. The
Yeah.
games themselves, there's a little wrinkle here and there, you know.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it could be retconned. I think it could be retconned to where it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
But I'd say it mostly fits. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a Force Unleashed apologist.
Yes. See, because for me, that was how the rebellion started.
hmm
For me, that's how like my knowledge was kind of built off of that.
Yeah.
But like Bail Organa, being so involved with the Imperial Senate
Yep.
after the Force Unleashed, it kind of made me go, "Oh, why?"
hmm
But I actually was on a Facebook group, and someone said that they didn't like Ahsoka, and I made a comment that she was a Mary Sue, and everyone freaked out. They were like, "No, she's not. Don't say that. What do you mean by Mary Sue? What are you talking about?" Because obviously she's not Rey, but I think she is definitely a Mary Sue in certain
I
stories.
I would tend to agree with you.
Yeah. And then someone even said, "Well, people wouldn't be so critical if she was a boy," and I'm like, I don't
Well,
think I
Star
even
Killer.
responded. Star Killer. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but people were critical. People are critical with Star Killer.
Yeah.
Like people,
Legends Luke Skywalker continues to get made fun of
right?
by people who don't like the EU, who say he's
Right.
overpowered to Gary Stu, you know. It
Oh yeah,
doesn't
for sure.
Gender doesn't matter when it comes to this. There's people who scream stuff either way, you know.
Right. And actually, what I responded was Finn from the
Finn
sequel,
from new timeline or Finn from old timeline?
New Timeline,
New
John
timeline, okay.
Boyega.
Because I could see Finn Galfridian from the Invasion comics being
Oh
being
yeah.
a Gary Stu as well.
I mean, I could probably argue that he is him and Kara Holt, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know. That's we should do a podcast just talking about the Mary Sues and Gary Sues of
We
the
could. There's a lot. Some are
era.
better than others because some are interesting characters. Like
Right.
with Starkiller, I'd argue there's some nuance to him that
Yeah.
makes him interesting beyond his power level.
Right.
Then there's characters who it's just their power level, like Finn Galfridian or Kara Holt, to where I
Right.
don't see much depth beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
if a character has some nuance or some charm, or at the very least a shred of likability,
Right.
then that like elevates them above others, I guess, for OP
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. Um. Sorry, my camera's not on. It's not working today.
I love looking at black and white Matt Wilkins,
The Zack Snyder, Matt Wilkins.
of course.
um. What was I gonna say? Um. Oh. He does in this essay that Joe writes about Rogue One. He really splits up takes the timeline and just kind of zooms in on it and says, okay, this is where this character would be during this event and this during this. He even he referenced everything that the Death Star was doing, Tarkin, Darth Vader, like Princess Leia, Bail Organa, and like he was just like, all right, here's the timeline of how it could work with Rogue One, and I was kind of like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Cassian Andor exists in the EU as well.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. I was
Yeah.
like, well, because I think he talked about what was the planet that he helped? Was it Bail Organa or
Cassian Andor was helping
Jordana?
I think he was helping. I think he was helping Jan Dodonna.
Yes,
But I could be mistaken.
That's-
In the EU. In the
right,
EU.
right. What was the planet that he helped him on?
Darknell.
Darknell, because he mentions Darknell in
The essay?
Yes, but I don't think he put the two together because
Oh, we didn't put 2 and 2 together yet.
I don't know if it was I don't
Known
know
at the
when
time?
he wrote it.
Yeah.
Because it might have been like right when Rogue One came out.
Okay, so maybe before the visual dictionary that
Right.
like relates back to
Right. Because
Andor in the EU.
he mentioned in the Rogue One novel. Sorry.
There was a novel of Rogue One or
Yes.
Catalyst?
Of Rogue One. There was
Oh,
the
there
novelization.
was one for that as well.
Yes. They did
I'm
that
out of the
for-
loop with that timeline a little bit. Thanks for bearing with me and explaining.
No, you're good. But it mentions Mon Mothma is in the book.
Okay.
And she talks about I think there being, or at least I think that's what he was referring to, about there being different like planets where there could be super weapons at.
Right.
And I think he said that the planet where the Tarkin is being built from the Marvel comics,
right. Yep.
is referenced in it.
In the Rogue One novel.
Yes, I think
Who
so.
wrote the Rogue One novel?
Alexander Freed, who's an EU author.
Okay.
Which would make sense.
Wait, they wrote some short stories, right?
He wrote
Didn't he write
SWTOR tie-ins?
Yeah.
Short stories too.
Yeah, some insider shorts. Yeah.
Yes.
I've read a couple of his works. I found his writing a little varied personally, but overall pretty good.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, here's what I've been thinking this whole time. So you could say Rogue One fits in the EU if you wanted.
Right.
But could you say Andor the show fits into the EU?
See,
I feel like that would contradict more.
Oh, I'm sure.
And would be harder to like fit in. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, probably. My kind of, I guess my hot take about the essay, which he wasn't even meaning to do this, but it was that Rogue One fit better into the EU than the Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Because he references it. He references the inconsistency within the Force Unleashed because he mentions that in one of the games, Han Solo steals the Death Star plans.
Yeah, there's multiple
which
ones.
He
now Han Solo did it unintentionally,
right?
If I recall, he didn't know he was helping,
right?
Basically,
and it kind of added to the theory that like why there were so many people stealing the Death Star plans. They all stole parts of it, and then
there's a whole novel about it. Death Star.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Was it like straight up clarified that like that's like did they retcon it to explain all that?
Yep, they did. So basically, the Death Star novel, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
First of all, the whole book is written as a retcon. So it is pulling from so many places, like references to the Dark Forces games, references to old West End game short stories, references to I think some of the old Bantam Tales from books, Tales from the New Republic, I think had some Death Star stories.
Yeah.
That's mentioned. There's a bunch of comics in the time that's referenced. And they reference the Lethal Alliance PlayStation portable game.
Yes.
With the Twi'lek. That's mentioned. There is so much reference in there. but the first part of the book is primarily about the construction of the Death Star. So it's focusing on the engineers, focusing on like how it's being built, all of that kind of stuff, the hurdles they're going over to create the Death Star. And then the latter half, from what I recall, is all about stealing the plans, which have been split up into various things. So you have to get this and this and this and this and this and this and this,
Yeah.
That's kind of how they did it, which to me, it kind of makes sense that you'd keep it in different places, like sensitive information like that. But
right.
I don't know. It wasn't intended, but in the end, it kind of worked with what the book did.
Right. I know there's EU references within the Rogue One movie, like the dark saber and different things there.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I also heard. Well, there's also TCW references, obviously, and TCW's EU. TCW's EU,
Yeah. Just diving into that part is rough because I want it to fit so bad, but then I watched some episodes of the show. Okay, more like I turned it on and then I fell asleep. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, and I was talking about it earlier in this in the stream, but I'm more of a social like visual media type of person.
Okay.
Like I'll watch a movie if other people are gonna watch it with me.
So it's like social collective viewing of entertainment.
For sure. But I'd prefer to read. Like if I'm just gonna, or YouTube, or do this, like this is my downtime type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, why would I watch a show that, doesn't contribute to my being a completist of finishing the EU? Like, if it's not something to help me remember it, what's kind of the point there? Or some other fandom that I'm into, like Doctor Who or whatever. I don't know. It's just a bit more fun for visual media that way. Like I've been watching Loki with Lydia.
Loki's pretty good so far.
I do, yeah. The season 2, have you been watching?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a diehard MCU fan. I've been kind of an apologist for it in Phase 4, but then I kind of drew the line after Quantumania.
Okay.
I really didn't like Quantumania. I really didn't like Secret Invasion. I really didn't like She-Hulk. I really didn't like Guardians 3. I really didn't like Guardians 3 at all. And like everyone was saying it was saving the MCU, but I was like, no, this wasn't it for me.
Okay.
But everything before that in Phase 4, I liked Black Widow. I liked Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I liked Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Didn't love Love and Thunder. It was better on rewatch, but that one's I'm iffy on. Wakanda Forever was pretty good. Mm-hmm. All the shows were pretty good, in my opinion. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I liked it. It was flawed, but I liked it.
Right.
Werewolf by Night was so good. The Guardians Holiday Special. All of that stuff was really good. So I was like on the MCU side for Phase 4, but then like Quantumania and She-Hulk and Secret Invasion and Guardians 3 kind of like were all 4 kind of blows. So like I was feeling kind of discouraged about it, but Loki season 2 for me is like restoring my interest that started to wane just a little bit. Like I think it's really good so far. The chemistry between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston is so good. Mobius and Loki, I could watch 20 seasons of this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It almost feels very Doctor Who-ish.
Yeah. And also gives me Sherlock and Watson vibes for some reason.
Oh yeah. Like I was watching it with Lydia last week's episode. We watched it yesterday. Someone in her class started watching it and she was like, turn that off. I haven't seen it yet. And we were watching it and I started looking puzzled. It was the interrogation scene.
Okay.
Whenever they started to break emotionally.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird. But thinking back at it, after you said that, I'm so used to Sherlock and Watson
Hmm.
having their thing together.
Yeah.
But but these are not those characters.
Yeah.
I feel
Even
like
though
I
they
went
seem
in.
like it, like I
Yeah,
was seeing them as it, you know?
yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call real quick. Okay, never mind. They hung up.
Okay.
I have to text them.
I was
But yes.
about to say some stuff to get you canceled, Brady. You know
Oh
how
man,
it goes when
stop
you
it.
when you leave your own streams. You know how it goes around here.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Um, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think also some of the ones that you named were Phase 5, I believe.
Yeah, true. We're on phase 5 now. I'm forgetting that. I liked most of phase 4. The only parts of phase 4 I didn't like was She-Hulk.
Yeah,
Um, which I just don't understand how anyone could defend the show. It's not for political reasons, although there are some political reasons why I don't like the show. From a strictly entertainment point of view, I just didn't like the show.
yeah.
Like I was not entertained. It was like literal torture trying to keep watching it for me.
Hmm.
Then phase 5 so far, the only thing I've liked from phase 5 is um was no Guardians holiday special. That was phase 4 still.
That was the end of 4.
That
Yeah.
was the end of 4, yeah. So the only thing for 5 I've liked so far is season 2 of Loki, I think, because I just
Okay.
didn't like Quantumania or Guardians 3 or Secret Invasion. And that's all that's come out for 5 so far, I think.
Yeah.
It does feel a little meandering and directionless right now,
Right.
but I have faith that it'll like all lead to something, or at least
Yeah.
I hope. you know,
Kang,
Kang supposedly, yeah.
which I think Loki will give us some setup for that.
Hopefully, I was
Um,
hoping Quantumania would do that, and that when it didn't give me a lot of direction, I think that's partly why I didn't like it.
I think what they wanted to do was they had that thing in Loki, and so they introduced Kang there
Yeah.
for the people like us, and then Quantumania was for the mainstream people,
Yep.
um, and
But then
the
he
end
didn't seem
credits,
like a threat to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, like a bunch of which they did it was a weird concept, but it made sense if you think about it. But like highly intelligent ants killed this guy.
yeah, I
But
know.
I think he was supposed to be written as this pawn that would be forward and be like, okay, imagine like 100,000 of these,
Yeah.
you know. So I think Kang Dynasty's next, like the next
Big crossover
big
thing.
one. Yeah,
I heard that Mobius is going to be in Deadpool 3, which to
yeah,
me, I love continuity and I love connections. So the more crossover there is, the better, because then I can like see the narrative.
yeah,
But then a lot of these haven't like led to each other yet. There's a lot of loose ends. Like Love and Thunder leaves off, and we have no idea where like Hercules and all that's going. I
right,
forgot that Hercules was set up until like yesterday.
right,
But like there's so many different plot points all over. Like what's going on with Moon Knight right now? What is Werewolf by Night gonna be? Like all of these questions we have, where is it all going? So it's like in a state where it's like all over the place right now. And we
yeah,
just need something to like suck it all together, like twine it together and like lead somewhere linear again, I think. And then I don't believe or buy into the superhero fatigue really.
yeah,
I think it's kind of sensationalized.
for sure.
Um, I think superhero storytelling as a medium can still be very complex and important and interesting
Yes,
and entertaining. And I want to see that. So I don't think some people are saying superhero movies are in their twilight now. Why is it in their twilight right before we're about to get Fantastic Four and X-Men in the MCU? Like
right.
there's some good stuff coming. We just need to get through kind of this lapse in quality right now, I think, this dip.
Yeah.
Once we get past this dip, I think it'll be smooth sailing again. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
being optimistic, but what do you think?
I I think I think everyone's going to forget superhero fatigue when the next Avengers comes out.
Yeah.
Because they said that, like, you had the original Phase 1 coming out. People
Yep.
are like, okay, these movies, okay, all right. Avengers comes out. This is the greatest thing. There's nothing like this. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Such a build up. Amazing. What is this setting up for? Thanos. Who's that? And then Iron Man 3 comes out. Superhero fatigue.
Yep.
Oh no. And then they have a mid Avengers movie, but well, actually, Winter Soldier comes out. People go, never mind. This is amazing.
Yep.
Avengers 2 comes out.
Have you seen this skit? Here, I'm gonna share my screen, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
You reminded me with what you said of a skit video. That's really funny. That's exactly what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Of $1 or more, only in the McDonald's app.
McDonald's.
Okay, have you seen this video from this guy?
Oh no.
Okay,
Maybe.
I think you'll like it. Can you hear it?
Iron Man was awesome, but everything.
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear that.
Okay.
Iron Man was awesome, but everything since has just been fine. 5 movies in, how long can they keep doing the same formula?
Avengers was so good, guys. It was so good.
Phase 2 has been so bad. Everyone has Marvel fatigue. I mean, how many movies are they going to
It's the Avengers.
Phase 3 has just been fine. I don't know.
Not as good as Phases 1 and 2. I think we're all getting Marvel fatigue, right?
Come on, Avengers, so good.
So good.
Phases 4 and 5 have been so mid, except for Spider-Man, of course.
Avengers, guys.
Phase 7 has been so mid. We are finally just now getting Marvel fatigue.
Avengers.
Phase 10 was so mid. I think people are finally done with Marvel.
It's a Spider-Man.
Mid.
The Avengers.
We are finally done with Marvel.
Avengers, guys.
The year is 2230. The human race ceases to exist. All human culture has been erased from the planet, from Shakespeare to 30 Rock. There's a great silence. Marvel releases Avengers 30.
That's accurate. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So
sorry to interrupt. You just
No.
reminded me completely of that.
that's perfect. That's what this show's about. We do have another guest here. You can't see her, but this is Lydia and I's cat, Pearl. If you hear her purring, or she has a little bell on her because
Nice.
Lydia's a little jumpy, and so she likes to hear the bell, so she knows what that noise was.
Yeah.
Does
Pearl like the Star Wars Expanded Universe?
Well, no, she does like movies though. She'll sit on the couch and just like on the arm of the couch and like watch whatever we're watching.
Yeah,
She's
my
doing
dog
that
does
right
that
now
too.
and just kind of listening.
My dog will bark at things on the television. Like, he hates Mission Impossible movies because he barks whenever Tom Cruise runs. Specifically, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise starts running across the building, and my dog's ears go up. And he looks at the screen, and he just runs at it and barks.
It was
That's
some
the
movie.
funniest
What
thing.
was it? I'm trying to think. Maybe no. It might have been Alien or Aliens.
Alien.
Pearl was freaking out for that. Probably because there was a cat in it too, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no!"
You should show her Captain Marvel with the flirkin eating
Yes.
people. She'll think she's capable of so much more.
Yeah. Now Peyton, Lydia's daughter, sometimes I'll give her rides to places, and she'll be like, "Oh, can I play on your phone, or can I pick the music or something?" And one time, well, actually, she's done this quite a bit. Like, I'll have EU books in my car, and she'll just pick them up and read them. Like,
Nice.
as much as a 7-year-old can do that, she'll do that. But she actually read this week's Mara Jade comics because
Nice. What did she
here's my
think?
Kindle. She said she liked it. I think she said she wishes there was more. But then I handed her. I showed her classic Star Wars. Now she's ahead of me on that.
Oh, nice. That's
but
awesome.
She was just going through it and kind of picking up on the words she knew. But
in a few years, she'll have to join the live streams to discuss
Yes.
what she's been reading.
yes, we did an episode. Well, it was actually cut short because I think my phone ran out of storage. But we did half of an episode of it's kind of like judging the book by its cover. And so I just handed her a bunch of EU books, and I was like, "What do you think of this cover?" And she just told me what it was, and I haven't posted that yet. But
Oh, I cannot wait to see that.
yes, we'll have
That's
to
gonna be
do
great.
we'll have to do an updated one because I think I did that before I did a face reveal, and so I guess I was sitting on that. But anyway, so speaking of continuity, consistency, and different things there, I think I introduced this last week, but a segment of the show, I think I finally stuck down on a name for it. It's a load of Filoni, where I can trash talk Dave Filoni.
Wait, just a second. Just a second. I'm gonna be right back.
No, you're good. Oh, he left right whenever we started. Oh my gosh, the fedora. Okay,
It's not a cowboy hat, but it's close.
it is close. So I saw this interview, I guess, or it was a Q&A answering from Starkiller himself, Sam Witwer.
So what were yeah.
And he was a big continuity, consistency
He
fan.
was. I saw this. I think I saw the same clip as you then.
Was it the one when he was talking about doing the Darth Maul audiobook?
What was it about? He was talking about how they wanted to do something in TCW, and he said to Dave, "Well, that wouldn't work."
Oh, okay. So,
So it's probably a different one then. What was he talking about in the audiobook?
So I know about the one you're talking about because there was a lot of, well, say a lot. There's a lot of problems in TCW, but he even called him out on some of the stuff. Like they were filming the scene for the Mortis arc, and Anakin was telling the son pretending to be his mother, "Oh my gosh, I wish you could have met my wife." And then he goes,
"That's what I saw." Yeah,
he goes, they met before.
yeah.
And so that doesn't work there. And so then, they had to change it.
Genius. Sam Witwer's great, isn't he? He's a fan.
He is. But I saw this clip, and he was talking about how, what was it? I think he said he was doing the audiobook for Shadowhunter.
Yeah.
And this is the interesting thing. He called up Dave and was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do this? This does not line up with what we did in the show. Should I tell them about it?" And Dave Filoni's answer that he gave him, that he told the viewers, was, "It's okay if it's not consistent. It makes it feel more real, kind of like stories around the campfire." I should have had it pulled up, but actually, let me see if I can find
My
it.
hatred for this Filoni man continues to grow. He's like the antithesis of so many things that I think,
Yes. Let me see if I can pull it up. Man, Sam's missing the fun part.
Sam will join, though, I think he said, right?
Yes, he will.
Awesome.
I'm not going to stream too late, but we're in the same time zone, aren't we? Central?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's good if the stories are different. Dave Filoni and I
you
once
hear
had
that?
this argument that educated me greatly because
Let me put it up on. Okay, this is weird. What is happening to my computer?
Do you want to send me the link and I can put it up if you want?
I think I got it.
Okay.
All right.
it's good if the stories are different. Dave Filoni and I once had this argument that educated me greatly because I was all concerned. There was this thing I was recording as Darth Maul for this audiobook, and it wasn't, strictly speaking, consistent with something that we did in Clone Wars.
Right.
And I said, Dave, what should I do? Should I tell them to change the line? Should I blah, blah? What do you think? And how do I solve this problem? And he just said, Sam, it's good if the stories are different. But what do you mean? It has to be consistent. He's like, no, it doesn't. These are all tall tales, and they all of the tellings. It's great if it's a little bit different. That's reason to go seek that out, to get a different perspective on the same story. This campfire that night that was told that story, this happened and Ahsoka's lightsaber was blue, but over here you heard the same story and Ahsoka's lightsaber was green, and that's good. And when I thought about what he said, I'm like, he's right, and that's always been the way it was with George. It's good if the stories are different. Dave,
what are your thoughts?
That's my thoughts. What does he mean? Continuity is so important for the story. No one likes things to not make sense.
Yeah.
We're simple creatures. We like our entertainment to make sense, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, what could be more irksome than that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Leland Chi wrote, so when me and my friend Alex, Magneto Alex, he's been on the channel before.
Yeah.
He and I talked to Abel G. Pena, and Abel G. Pena signed one of Alex's books. And he wrote in the book, continuity is the story. He wrote to Alex, continuity is the story, Abel G. Pena. Abel's right. Continuity is the story. Continuity, working with continuity, even if the story's bad, working with a bad story to make it better, to work with it, only elevates your story because it's intelligent writing. You have to be intelligent and smart to work within a shared universe to make sure things connect, make sure things make sense, make sure you're not contradicting someone else's work. People like Ryder Wyndham, Leland Chi, Abel G. Pena, Joe Bongiorno, Daniel Wallace, all of these peoples are masters at that. Masters at working within a shared universe, of making connections, of keeping things consistent, of fixing things, of making the continuity work. That's a sign of intelligent writing. That's a sign of good writing. To me, it is lazy writing to ignore previous stuff and make it contradict. And as an audience, that's going to bug the crap out of me. When stuff doesn't align, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like continuity is the story. It's important to the story. And ignoring it will frustrate the fans and won't make sense. If you want your fictional universe to make sense, make sure it lines up. To create all these contradicting things that don't fit together is distressing to me. And the fact that Dave Filoni acts like it makes way more sense to not have things line up tells me a lot about Dave Filoni.
He's just
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Sam's here.
Oh gosh.
Hey,
Sam. You missed.
Taking longer. Are we still shedding on Filoni or what?
Yes, we are.
I was watching. I had to, after work, I had to do the dishes, and then I could hop on.
Oh no, you're good.
Killing me.
So you heard the Sam Whitworth?
Well, I had to I probably stopped listening for the last 5 minutes because I turned on my phone and started getting ready to come on.
Yeah.
But nice hat, Brennan.
Thank you.
We're in the it's a load of Filoni section. Yes. Do you have any thoughts on continuity?
Listen, I understand something not aligning with how can I say this? Them going in one direction with the story, but then George changing stuff and them having to like change stuff later on, right?
A
And
retcon.
trying to fix continuity. I understand
Fixing
the
continuity. That's
yeah,
There
I
you go.
understand that. I understand George just okay, I'm gonna change this now. And then them having to work around it, right? But
Yep.
purposely making things not fit has to be one of the stupidest things I have ever heard in my life.
Right.
And I
Yes.
don't like Filoni. Yeah.
Yeah, this just makes so much sense. Given everything we know about Filoni, it just makes so much sense that he would say this, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And listen, Sam's so right. When he says like working with continuity, but to work like around it when George is like, well, maybe Jedi and Sith didn't fight back in the day. That's my George impersonation. Like you can work with George, right? And you can work
Exactly.
around George when George like tries to screw you over, as he typically did. But that's a good writer who is trying when they try to work around
Yeah.
whatever George has said. A lazy writer is someone who's just like, I give up. It's all supposed to contradict. Dave
Right.
Filoni's a lazy
Like-
writer.
I think the perfect example of that in the EU is Boba Fett.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Boba Fett was supposed
That's
to
what
be
I was
like a stormtrooper went gone rogue and all
Yeah.
of this, and then the prequels gave him that backstory, so people were like, "Oh well, those are actually misconceptions," and he
Yep.
let that go on because he wanted to be mysterious, right? So that's a really good way to work around George's brain, I guess.
Yeah.
But then just purposely being like, nah, we're just gonna do something different. Campfire stories, am I right, guys? Like,
They.
the hell
I
is
mean,
this?
they
SpongeBob?
changed
Like,
it. And they fixed it. Like, goodness, like watching. Like, I feel like kids shows have better continuity than his stuff.
oh yeah. Mhm.
Which I have a whole opinion about kids shows nowadays compared to how they were like when
Oh, they're pretty bad, bro.
yeah.
They're pretty bad. Because I was rewatching, I think I told you about this. I may have talked about it on stream too. I was rewatching the Lego movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like this has a really like
Depth.
deep message, you know? Like
Yeah.
as an adult, you can still enjoy that. And it's very like relevant to today's day about like the one world order and all of that, like the corporations trying to control everything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's a really deep message. And I literally just watched it for Legos when I was younger. So like that's something
yeah.
that can if both adults and children can enjoy the same thing for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
Which it's something that goes over kids' heads and adults are like, damn, what is that? So I think that's how like shows back in the day used to be, but not anymore.
I
though.
think people tout Clone Wars as being something that does that. That's for kids, but also for adults. But I don't really see it that way. There's some darkness to TCW, but darkness doesn't necessarily mean like intelligent writing for adults or deeper meaning. Honestly, I think it's hard to find deeper meaning in TCW. Like, I guess there's stuff that explores kind of thematic elements. Perhaps like
it's just war
Pong
crimes.
Krell.
Let's be honest.
With Pong Krell, there's some interesting stuff there. Like a Jedi who just doesn't like clones and is prejudiced against them. That's interesting. I think it's important that like kids are introduced to this idea of like prejudice that doesn't make sense. It's an interesting thing to explore. But in the end, they just made him just a bad guy trying to prove himself.
Right.
And didn't show that good people could still have bad aspects of their life. Right. So then it took away all the gray, the nuance, the stuff that adults could comprehend, and just made it like simplified for children, you know?
I have a hot take.
Exactly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Pong Krell
He likes
shouldn't
Filoni.
have been in the show. It should have been Rom Coda.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't have made him just Dooku's lackey at the end that gets shot by a clone.
No. He was Dooku's simp.
Yeah, he was a Dooku simp.
He was simp for Dooku.
To be fair, aren't we all?
Yes.
Oh, Dooku.
He wasn't even in contact with him. He was just like, if I cause enough clone casualties, Count Dooku senpai. Like,
I loved Sam's reaction when I was like, "Aren't we all Dooku Sims?" He's like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Dooku.
He was like, "What did I sign up for?"
anyway, that is my hot takes in That's a Load of Baloney. Brennan, you weren't able to join us last week.
No, I was not. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Unforgivable. No, I'm
oh,
playing.
Sorry.
Oh, real quick, let me ask Brennan something.
Yes.
Does your brother play like soccer professionally?
No, not professionally. No,
Is it like a
it's a
high
league.
school team or
It's a
something?
league. Yeah. It's a
How old's your brother?
high school league? He is 15. 15 now.
15? Okay.
So he's playing with 15 and 16-year-olds, but his team played some 19-year-olds.
Oh,
Does he want to like pursue a career in soccer, or does he
He
just
doesn't
like
want to pursue a career, I don't think, but he'd like to maybe play it in college.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay, because my dad works with soccer. He has like a lot of connections like that. So I'll see if he has anything over there or something like that. Maybe for
That's
college.
really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no problem. We should talk about this later off stream.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't dox my brother, but on stream at least. But
We'll
yeah,
dox him off stream. It's all right.
yeah, that's all right. I trust you, Sam.
All right, man. Well, thank you. All right. Let me see. Here.
if you hear that
do you want me
noise-
to share? Do you want me to
what's
share
up?
the thing?
Yes.
I have not read this comic since 2019.
Oh,
So
That's
it's
all
been
right.
4 years.
you're good.
I remember liking it though, so there's
What-
that.
Do you remember the Isard storyline
The
from
Isard connection to the Mara Jade comics.
Yes, from the
I
first
remember
three.
that she was involved,
Yes.
but I don't remember the specifics of it.
So wait,
I remember really liking the art style within the comic as well.
is this
Mhm.
number one?
Yeah, it's number one. I actually I found a video because there's this channel that I watch sometimes.
Okay.
It's called has a
Do they
really
do like
long
the
name.
audio
Jesus.
comics?
Yeah, it has a really long name. Hold up, I'll tell you in a second.
Can you guys
It's,
hear that noise?
No.
Okay, all right, good. My fiance's doing a stepper upstairs, and she's like right above me.
stepper.
Oh wait, I think I can hear something now.
Uh-oh. I don't know. I'll just mute.
It's
is it
very
like-
light. Yeah, I can hear
Anyway.
a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I hear it a little bit, but only because you mentioned it. Only because
Dang
I'm
it,
trying to.
dang it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were
Yeah.
you saying, Sam?
Yeah, the channel is called the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. And they shout out to them. He reads some comics. So I actually I watched a video of him reading issue 0, but I couldn't find issue 0. So
Issue 0 that's a night on the town, isn't it?
It is not.
no, not in the
No,
town
that
is afterwards.
It's Tales. Yeah. It's the Tales
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, issue
Issue
0 is
0
just no, go ahead.
Issue 0, was that one of the online things? Because I know they did some online
I think
only issue 0s for Dark Horse.
This
They
came
did it
out
with,
around the same time as
Prelude to Rebellion. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did an issue 0 with that. Maybe it's the same.
What were you?
Yeah, they what's it called? Like it's just Palpatine basically like presenting her, and it's really short too.
Yeah, they're
I
like
think
a
it only
page.
took me about like 7 minutes, 6
In
minutes.
issue 0?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Palpatine like kind of explaining what she is.
Yeah.
It's like an
Okay, yeah.
introduction to Mara Jade.
It's in the
And she
Epic
meets
collection,
Vader.
I think.
Is it?
Yeah, she gets to meet Vader, and it's pretty much it.
If you load up the Epic Collection Volume 1 on the Read Comic website, I think that has the entire run plus issue 0 and A Night on the Town.
What is it? The Epic Collection?
Yeah,
Star
New
Wars The Epic
Republic,
Collection?
New Republic Volume 1. I think that's the one that has it. Because then you wouldn't have to scroll between the issues either.
That's what we did with the Blood Ties.
Yeah.
So,
did you guys review A Night on the Town yet, or are we
Not
going to
yet.
talk about
No.
that?
we're gonna do that
That's the
tonight.
last one.
Okay.
I just wanted to fit it in because I feel like it doesn't fit in really anywhere else with the
No.
EU stuff.
It's a good story. I have it here. I have the original Tales issue 1
nice.
up here.
I've got that somewhere. Was talking about it earlier on the stream, but I'm gonna have to move all of my stuff within the coming months.
Oh, yeah. It's not fun. I've set up everything here, and I just feel like I'd never like to have to pack it up and set it up again. You know?
The New
New
Republic
Republic.
Volume 1.
Bottom left. Yeah, right there. Bottom left.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think it's it's collected in there. So go to trade paperback 1 part 1. It should be at the bottom if you scroll down. Yeah, I think it's in there. I think that's where it is. I think it's the first story arc in there.
Yo, Luke looks so creepy, bro.
That's from the Shadows of the Empire Evolution,
Yeah, that's where that's from.
which the cover art for those are wacky.
They are
I can
super
see that.
wacky.
Oh,
Okay,
Whoa.
here's
shoot.
issues.
The all
issue
knower
0.
strikes again. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
I like
That's
issue 0. It's quite good.
Who
Yeah,
is that
it's
admiral
pretty
that
sweet.
she's talking to?
The Admiral.
This
or
one?
officer? Yeah.
Random officer number 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he really has a name.
From how close I am to the screen, it kind of looks like Admiral Screed from the
A little bit. Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh.
with
I don't
the
know.
chin.
I like
Yeah.
the connections to my to like the stuff from my childhood. So like the Droids show. And,
I love the droid show.
Chinny chin chin. All right, yeah, we can just say it's him. Headcanon.
I
Well,
think he'd be dead by this point.
probably,
in time.
yeah.
Never mind, it's not him.
Wait.
All the worst strikes again.
Yeah.
Unless maybe it could be.
No,
Oh,
put it
God.
away.
Put it away.
I love Mara's attire here. The gown, the like formal gown. It looks so cool.
Oh yeah, and she also has spy clothes under it.
Yeah, the cat suit just right under it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Who
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
you
bro.
who would you fan cast as Mara Jade?
Gotta think about that one.
A lot of people say Scarlett Johansson. I don't see that. She
No.
just has red hair. She wouldn't be a good Mara Jade.
I think
Some people
she
say Kirsten Dunst as well, but that's just a actress with red hair in movies, you know?
No.
is that the one from Jumanji?
Yes. And Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. Well, the first Spider-Man.
Look, I think Scarlett Johansson could do a good job, but I don't like super famous actors in Star Wars, so that would ruin it for me. I don't know if I have a fan
famous
cast,
actress who could do it, though, I think. And I was thinking this when I was watching Multiverse of Madness. So I was thinking that Elizabeth Olsen is actually like really intense.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize before. And I think she looks a little bit like Mara. So, like I could kind of see that. I don't know if that's only me though. What do you think, Brady?
I did this thing. Okay. So I did this thing where I went to the AI app on Snapchat and I asked it a bunch of EU questions.
Yeah.
And it said Emily Blunt.
Interesting.
But I do think what's her name? Sharon, who plays her? Like the
Shannon McRandall.
Yes. I would say her.
Yeah.
But
can she act or just model?
I don't know.
Well, she obviously looks like Mara.
She obviously looks like her because I mean she's on the thumbnail for this stream.
Yeah.
Probably just Who did you say? Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
Also, Karen Gillian.
Yeah, from Jumanji.
No, from Doctor Who.
Oh,
Karen,
well,
she's in Oh yes, Jumanji. Yes. That.
but
Yeah.
she's also in Doctor Who.
I forgot she's in that Jumanji because I thought Kirsten Dunst.
Is in the old.
She's in the old
yeah,
Jumanji.
yeah.
Yes.
This
Sorry,
is a like difference in generations type of thing.
total different. Like Lydia watched the Jumanji, the newer ones, and then I finally showed her the old one. And total different movie.
Yeah, the old one's kind of scary, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
It definitely gave me my edginess. But
Yeah.
where'd Sam go?
You said 1 second. He'll be
Oh,
back.
did he?
But we
okay.
can't scroll down on the comic.
I know. But what we could talk about is I'm almost finished with book 1 of Supernatural Encounters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go, man.
I read ahead, like I read chapter titles ahead.
Yeah.
I think it was this morning, maybe.
Mhm.
And I saw it had Sindel Tatwani. And
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
so good.
I have to read there because I saw there was sections in like book 7 or whatever, or whenever they talk about whenever he writes about like the
Endor
and stuff, and I was like, oh, I gotta wait so long before that. But then I saw the testimony of Zindel Tatwani, and I was
it
like,
is so good. There's
I
an
was
art
like-
piece in there that made me cry.
oh my gosh, I saw that before.
Yeah, it's so
It
good.
was released, and I was just like, I was of course at school while I was reading it. While I don't know, I think I was walking on the track while some of the students were just doing their own thing, and I was there. There was plenty of supervision, but I just had it. I had my Kindle in my hand, and I was reading it because I can't lug that book around.
Yeah, it's scary too.
About made me cry.
Yeah, I mean, Supernatural Encounters, so good, right? You enjoying it so far?
Very good.
Awesome.
I'm also reading, the classic Star Wars UK comics, so that's fresh in my head. I just read the Marvel comics, original ones, still fresh in my head, and so all these references,
they're all there. Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Now I can't remember the like where some of the characters in the trial are from, which you had mentioned in one of your videos.
Yeah, I was. Thank you for shouting out my video. I feel weird when I do that, but I was about to say in my video I kind of talk about a lot of like where they're from.
Right.
He took them from all over, man.
He did. Like, did he?
He basically took every in-universe writer or historian or academic, and put them on the historical council. Genius.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
And it makes sense for the story, like the way he approaches it. Because I was expecting like a Silmarillion situation where you just get thrown in, and then it's just like all this stuff, and you're gonna get lost.
You're gonna get that a little bit in book 3, but it's still really good.
I'm sure I'll get that, but just the way it was gently, I was guided into it. I was like, okay, I'm actually following this, and I'm sitting down, like I'm reading it, not doing an audiobook, and because there isn't one yet. But
there will be soon.
How do you know how soon?
Give it 3 years.
3 years? Okay. I'll have the book done by then. Hopefully.
Maybe 3 years. It might be a little later. We'll see.
Okay.
But that's when they're aiming for, I think they said.
That gives me more drive to finish it. Because if I know there's an audiobook coming, then I might just be like, oh, you know what? I just won't do this. But I'm trying to push myself to do that.
As you might know, Marcel is a part of the audio drama.
Ooh.
He's gonna have a small part.
Yeah.
As they said it. Did you see the Supernatural Encounters panel that Alex uploaded to his YouTube channel? from
I have not
Legends Con.
yet.
They talk about that a little bit there, and a little bit about the audio dramas talked about there at the Legends Con Supernatural Encounters panel.
Nice.
So you can see some of the stuff there.
Nice.
It's a great panel.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who's already read book 1. There's a lot of good stuff behind the scenes there. Unfortunately, though, I think I'm gonna have to go because I have to feed my dogs.
Okay.
And then after that, once I'm upstairs, that means basically I'm not going back downstairs until bed. I have to stay upstairs and watch TV and eat ice cream. So I'm gonna, which I make it sound like a bad thing, but it's fun.
No,
But
you're good.
so I'm probably gonna have Top off very shortly. I can tell they're getting hungry because he's coming over to see me.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. It's sorry that we're starting so much later and
No, I'm always really excited to join when I can. I just wish I could always be on for the full thing and always.
No, I got you. You make your cameo appearance.
Yes, sir. I try.
But do you have anything new that you're gonna, I guess, want to advertise or?
I have a lot that is coming out soon. So my next video is going to be one of those Canonicity Tales comic videos.
Yeah.
That's coming out next. I think it's issue 7. So that's coming out next. After that, I have 3 obscure EU videos that I sometimes do. I'm talking about the Star Wars Mythos short stories, which were on a random toy website back in the day. Joe Bongiorno didn't even know about them until I told him about them. They're really obscure.
Nice.
Then I'm talking about a video game.
Was it Yes.
There's some EU stuff in here. I was just playing this today.
What's it
Giggling
called?
like a maniac. Anakin Speedway.
Okay.
And then after that, I got before the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. A Japanese system came out called the Famicom.
Okay.
In Japan, and they had a Star Wars game on it that had new lore, new species. And I got the Famicom and got the game. I just need one more cable to hook it all together. And then I'm going to be playing that and talking about that. Really wacky, obscure stuff. I always love talking about that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that'll be coming. Then I have a couple videos lore related, like Nomi Sunrider. We know that she lived until at least the Mandalorian Wars.
Right.
Because of a really obscure RPG story. That's the only place that said that she lived that long. We didn't have any confirmation prior to it, but we know that she fought in a skirmish during the Mandalorian Wars, which we didn't know before. But it's a very blink and you'll miss it moment. It was a Star Wars miniatures campaign that established that for Wizards of the Coast in an online short material story thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And then I have my Supernatural Encounters breakdown, and my plan is just to mostly do that.
Yeah.
Because that's taking a lot of time.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine doing those. Just reading the book. Well, you're doing chapter by chapter.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Not
you're crazy, but just the concept.
When I put the first one out and I was like, what, 15 minutes for 3 pages? I was like, oh boy, what is going to happen to me while I'm doing this?
You went into so much detail into it. And I'm like, okay. And I was hoping that, oh, hey, Sam. I was hoping
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. I was hoping that by the time I got through a chapter, you'd get another one done. Then I was like,
yeah,
this is a lot.
Yeah, I have half a script for chapter 2. And so basically my plan is to get one out every 2 weeks or so. That's my goal.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens because it takes me a week usually to write the script and a week to edit it.
Okay.
But we'll see. Some chapters will be more intensive than others. But for people who don't like listening to videos and would rather read it, I can tell you my scripts, because I write a script for the full video.
Yeah.
My full scripts will be available on the expandeduniverse.com, Matt Wilkins' website, for the people who would rather read than listen to me talk for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's coming soon. But
sorry,
yeah.
that's from me, Sam.
Oh.
That's the stepper.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no, I heard somebody being called, and I was like, is somebody calling me, bro?
Oh, I gotcha. So
yeah, thank you for having me on, Sam. Brady.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah,
you're welcome. I'm glad you could join.
Wait, do you have to leave?
Yeah, these dogs, I need to feed them.
It's my fault, bro.
He's
I was off for a while.
the key is that he's licking my arm like it's food. That means he wants to eat. He always does this.
Isn't
Wait,
it like
you
after a
go
week
ahead.
of like if a dog's owner dies, they wait like a week. Or no,
To
that's
eat them?
cats.
Yeah, that's
No,
cats.
I fully believe this dog would eat me. Like,
Yeah,
look at this thing.
probably. Yeah. It's like,
He's a nasty one, but
That's-
he's mine.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us, join me and Sam this evening.
Thank
and
you for
so
having me on.
hopefully-
We
hopefully-
talked about a lot of things, but not really Mara Jade.
We did, but hey,
But I'm excited to listen to what you guys think about it.
yeah.
So I'll be watching. Watching you guys. Be careful what you say.
So, what would you grade the Mara Jade comics from what you remember?
From what I remember, I would say it was a solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. Now, A Night on the Town, I thought was a really fun one-off that I thought was maybe almost even better than the whole Emperor's Hand storyline. Almost.
wow.
I just really like the story. So maybe I'd give it a 7 or 7.5 for A Night on the Town.
I gotcha. It definitely felt like a just like a continuation. Like it just breezed right through it. But yeah, interesting. All right, Sam, are you? Oh, okay. I thought you were frozen for a sec, but thank you, Brendan.
Thank you so much for having me on, Brady. It's always fun. See you next time. See you later, Sam.
See you, man. Text me about the soccer thing.
I will do.
Right.
Will do.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. See you later. Bye-bye.
It sounds like when we're actually talking about the comic. Oh, she stopped. She like intensifies. She watches TV while she
comic? No, I'm playing.
No. I'm actually probably gonna have to move to the other side of the basement for streaming.
Wait, you're in the basement?
The
The basement? Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
So I'm getting the feel of what it's like to stream here. Because I told her I wanted to do this I think last week, but we did it so late. But so let's see what time is it?
Man, listen up. So I can fly over. I'll be there in a couple days and we can soundproof the whole basement. No, I'm playing.
It is push-up ceiling, so it wouldn't be too hard to put soundproof stuff, but but yeah. Anyway, so issue number 0. What did you think of the introduction? I know we are already familiar with yeah. I do like the look at it's not stained glass, but look at the window. It has the insignia there.
That is really cool.
I like this part of the Empire. This is the stuff we don't get to see in the movies, really. I mean, we can see it in the prequels a little bit. We can kind of see the build up to it. But for Coruscant, for the people that lived during the prequels to now, it really didn't change much for them. Maybe a little bit, but
I almost feel like the Empire age was almost like more like fancy and like full of glam,
Oh, for sure.
Like balls and like a bunch of fancy imperial parties and all of that stuff. It's more like medieval feel to it, kind of.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Empire.
Or
like
the empires in the past. It wasn't just
yeah,
all World War II. But
yeah, no.
I would love to see a point of view, which she's a point of view character into this, but a more expanded there. I'm sure there's some books out there that go into that, which I'm reading her novel right now. I started it.
Okay.
Not quite sure where that goes into, but yeah. We're on issue number 4, right? I'll have to pull it up.
I think
Cool.
so, but don't quote me on that.
Yes, we are.
Are we?
Yes.
Are you sure?
3 ends with her escaping Isard.
No, let me just double check on the stream, bro, because I am not very certain.
Yeah. I've got it here on. Yes, because she leaves on the ship, and because Isard, she escapes from Isard.
Okay, all right, I believe you. All right.
What
We
if that
Gucci?
Imperial Guard is Kirk Canos
Hurricanes, I was thinking about that.
or Connor Jax? I know he has a different colored, armor, but that was later.
Yeah.
Would you be able to go down to issue number 4? Sorry.
No, you're good. Oh shoot! Wait. Oh my. Oh my lord. Okay. All right. This is gonna be a while. So, anyways, Brady, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty
How are
good.
things going?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Wait, no.
That's it, right?
Never mind.
No.
That's not it. That's not it. This is 3.
I just say that I love Isard's dress in this. It doesn't
Yeah.
even look like her. It looks like an actual. What the hell? Why is my Minecraft launcher updating right now?
Oh
Can you
man.
still hear me?
Wants to play Minecraft. You cut out a little bit.
Brady.
Yeah.
Yo, Brady, can you still hear me, bro?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, my Minecraft launcher started updating out of nowhere and my whole computer just froze.
Man.
What the hell?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. That was weird.
Okay, here we go. This is 4.
Oh, this is it?
Yep.
Okay, hold up.
So it starts off with she has a dream again about Vader and Luke killing the Emperor. And then she ends up waking up in the freighter traveling from Coruscant to basically out of there. She knows that the remaining warlords are wanting wanting her and her information, and then some robbers try to mug her, mess with her, and she holds her own against them.
Some 100 Dalmatians type people, bro.
Yes,
burglars. Straight out of there.
This guy also looks like Mario.
Yeah, bro, if she shot him, he would be like
so she leaves and she goes into a cantina, asks for a job. What's that?
The hell is that?
I don't know.
Bro, there's so many weird species on this, bro.
It's fantastic. Just go into the
Yeah.
bar.
Right here.
Yep. That dude. That guy without a face in the background. Maybe his back's turned. I don't know. By the bar.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. So she ends up getting Mara Jade gets a job at the cantina real quickly. And now you said you had some thoughts on her relationship with the bartender from this, which basically this issue consists of her, working at the bar, kind of reminiscing on everything. She stops some bar fights.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the bartender character. He kind of takes on like a fatherly role
Yeah.
to her for at least like a few weeks. And he's very generous. I feel bad for him because he says that like he had the whole apartment and stuff, and his son passed away and he was supposed to
Yes.
go to war or something like that. I just felt really bad for this guy, like, man, like I almost felt like how I felt about Arba the Hutt.
Oh yes.
It's like just a genuine good dude that, suffers because
what we
of other
need to-
people's actions,
I've thought about this. Eventually, when we get enough episodes into this, I want to do a tier list episodes, which I just thought of another one to do. First off, we should do a tier list of the comic books. Okay, that's pretty simple. A lot of people do that. Then we need to do a tier list of the memes that you made from the comic books.
Okay.
And then we have to do a tier list of the business owners that we encounter. Because anytime we get a sweet old ruffled guy,
he just dies, bro. The most
that
gruesome
dies.
way possible.
Spoiler alert.
Oh man.
Then we need to have a tier list for that, or almost dies.
True.
Because in Blood Ties, who was the bartender there? What was his name?
Oh shoot, I forgot his name. Yeah, but he doesn't die. You're right.
Yes, he doesn't die, but
wholesome character of the week right here, though.
Yes,
I like this guy. I you know what? I would have a drink with him. Like I would help him out. I would help him out at the bar.
He's definitely the standout side character of at least this half, because I would say Isard, she's kind of the villain, but
yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely the standout one-off character from this series.
Yeah, no, true. There's also the lemur looking dude.
Yes.
Seems like a cool guy too.
Yeah. Which I do like this feels very like classical, you have a person that is trying to hide, like very westerny. It's like, oh, I got to get a job. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I'm working at a bar. Oh, but I can kick butt,
No, this feels like
what?
Because you're saying westerny.
What's
like
that?
In Red Dead, after Arthur dies, you play as John Marston, and that's basically what he does.
Oh my gosh. Red Dead
goes around, gets a job, kicks some ass, and
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'll have to play that game.
Oh yeah, man, it's really good. It's really, really
good. But her meeting and talking with these characters is nice, and then some thugs walk in. I don't know if they mentioned their names, but they start a fight and she kicks butt. I mean,
hey, where are we at?
Go down a little bit. Oh, there was that fight, but I kind of skipped ahead to whenever the lemur dude right there. Yeah. But I went to little bit right here.
Yeah, these
Pieces
weird
of-
looking things.
Yeah, which she brutally kills.
They got that Waru drip, bro. The Waru
Yes.
vest.
Are they
You
from
see
the
that?
cult of Waru? Yeah. Actually, 1 second. I'm
All right.
moving my spot.
All right. Let me know when you get there. It's a big basement.
Oh, I forgot we got Legos down here already.
Oh shoot.
Some of Peyton's Legos.
Oh, are you gonna have to share with her?
Yes. I don't know. Can you? Okay, it doesn't pick it up as much. Dang, I kind of like that nook over there, but I guess not. Anyway,
Mhm.
so she brutally, kills these dudes. What's
Just
up?
casually.
What's up
brutally
with the
kills
back
them.
of their head?
What do you mean?
Look at the back of their head. Scroll down a little bit.
Okay, bud. Okay, bud. Come on. Come on. Listen. Sorry for the word I'm gonna use, but I know whoever drew these comics loved drawing Mara Jade's ass. We don't have to draw it in the back of people's heads now. Come
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Come on. There was so much attention to her butt in these comics. You don't have to draw it in the back of people's heads either, bro. Like, Jesus.
Why do you read the Mara Jade comics? For the plot. The plot.
The plot. That's a meme.
Right there.
I'll give you
It
credit.
gets worse.
I'll credit it.
It gets worse.
Okay, here just looks like something else, and I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Also, Lemur guy dies. R.I.P.
Yes.
to him. I like them.
Yes. So
Rest in
sad.
peace.
And the lemur guy gets her lightsaber, which ends. No, it doesn't end. She brutally murders all of them. Well, not murders.
Not all of
defends-
them.
Not all of. Was it? I thought she.
Yeah,
killed
no, not
all
all of them. Wait, hold up. Oh, it stops on issue 5. Come on, brother.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah,
But anyway, I thought she killed. It looks like she killed them all.
Yeah, no, not on the next one. Oh, okay. That was not the end of the comic. It just
No.
cut off.
Oh.
Yeah, she does kill all of them, which is a really cool panel when she does.
Yes. It looks almost like some of the Tales of the Jedi, which this is kind of what it kind of gives me those vibes, which they came out around the same time. But she ends up stealing credits, getting all the stuff together, ready to run. But then...
Yeah, I like that she takes the explosives and stuff too.
Yeah, she took... Yeah. But she said... she has this monologue about being a predator, being prey, hiding, the difference there. I'm not prey. I'm not a victim, which she could have played the victim card and then said, oh my gosh, they ran away, and just played, a defenseless woman. But she's like, no. Black Nebula will die. So that ends issue number 4. What did you think of issue number 4?
It's good. That's my favorite character
Yeah.
from these comics. Rest in peace to him.
I
Also,
thought he was
Lemur
in
dude.
it longer.
No, me too, because when you're reading it, it feels like a big part of the story. But if you're just like going through the story, it's really not a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I liked him so much.
I think so too. Like the Hut from Golden Age, he was in there like the whole thing. He died in the last issue, or maybe the second.
He was popping in and out and in and out. So
yeah,
I like that guy too. Rest in peace to him. How's that Master Uru minifig going on? How's that coming along?
It's going pretty good.
Are you actually working on it?
I am. Well, kind of. Well, yes, I'm working on it, but I've got some of the designs in my head. I'm trying to do the one Sith Lord that is just the head in the jar. Yeah.
I like that guy. I
Yeah.
like him.
Sorry if we rush through these. I actually have to go in about 30 minutes.
Oh no, you're good. It's all right. We did that last week for me, so it's fine.
Yeah. But I did look at some pieces for the Oru ones.
Uru minifig.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did go to the Lego store, which I do need to post the video on that, and went to Pick a Brick. And
Oh, okay, nice.
they had more Waru pieces. Maybe I could make Ultimate Collector's Waru.
Know how you could make a Waru, like a really convincing one? You
Oh.
get a plate, right? And you attach minifig hands to the back of it, like a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
The yellow ones.
Yes. Ooh. That would be good too. Might have to do that at the bottom. That's good. You might have helped me modify mine.
Yes, sir.
So let's see. She is in her whole biker gear again.
Yeah. No, she's wearing what's the guy from Shadows of the Empire, bro?
Dash Rendar.
Yeah, she's wearing.
Yeah.
She's got that Dash Rendar drip, bro.
Yes. So she's going and getting all the equipment she needs.
Yo, real quick, is that a green
Dorus?
what's that? Huh?
Dorus.
Duras? Yeah, is that a green
Duras.
Duras, bro?
It looks like it.
That's weird. I ain't never seen a green Duras before.
It's kind of like the Deveronians, how they were like purple and green ones.
Probably.
Your favorite species?
Hate them. I'm racist. I like that she kept the blade, the Black
Yes.
Nebula blade. I really like the design of this blade.
Mm-hmm.
She playing on her 3DS.
Oh my gosh. Her Chromebook. There you go.
I've been playing Lego City Undercover.
Nice.
W game.
Did you know that I think in the Lego Star Wars games you are able to unlock Asajj Ventress?
Oh really?
And I think Mara Jade. They add pieces in that so you can make the secret characters in the customizable.
Oh.
Yeah.
On our playthrough, we should do that.
Yes. So now she is investigating into the like medallion and different things there.
Mm-hmm.
She
I'm on the right
does-
part, right?
What's that? Yeah.
I'm on the right part. Okay.
Mhm. And so she's going into this casino, and so she's gambling. And here's an interesting thing. Oh, all the alien creatures, fantastic. But then she's gambling, which I thought this sequence was kind of longer, but I mean, when you're in the moment, she gets approached by the Men in Black.
Oh yeah, I like their suits, bro.
Yes,
Like they look like suits at first, but if you pay attention, they're not actually suits.
right.
It's really cool. Real quick, just before we move off this casino part, who did it better, this or Last Jedi?
This I would say, like it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Not even a
like
competition, bro.
she's the plot. Like if that I could go on. I might do a load of balloon a load of Filoni segment about the Last Jedi.
It's not
but-
even Filoni, but we'll
well,
just do it anyways.
oh, it would be because he completely endorses those movies. Anyway, she has to she get. And basically, she used the Force to manipulate, to gamble, so that she would have to, talk with the big guy.
She got
he actually
8K off of that.
What?
8K, bro. She got 8,000 credits. off
Yeah.
of that.
So she has to talk to the big guy, and the big guy, if you scroll down,
Talk about big guy.
he's sick.
Damn. He has 3 eyes. I just noticed that.
Oh, he has 3 pupils and
Yeah.
one eye.
Interesting
So
species. But I mean, you're talking about thick. He looks like, you ever watch that movie Robots?
yes,
He looks like the auntie from that movie, bro.
yes.
Mm.
reading Mara Jade for the plot.
Plot. That's a whole plot right there. Jesus.
Anyway, she's like, she's working her magic, and so he's trying to get information on her, and basically she traps him and gets it to where she can talk with the Black Nebula people.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's
I like
sneaking
how she blows up the thing. She didn't
Yeah.
even use it to kill anybody, which is what I thought she was gonna do.
she follows him to a to the hideout of Black Nebula.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
with the ninja suit on,
Yeah.
Ninjago time.
And so she then goes to meet with him the next morning. And she is taken to the headquarters. And so they do have a metal detector. And
Just a regular metal detector, bro. Like,
yeah,
it looks so out of place here.
it does.
Also, that's a nice speeder. And one more thing that I have to say about this is that every time that I saw this guy from the back, I was like, Nightwing?
Nightwing. Yes. Then it's an M on the front.
Yeah. Bruh. I like the armor too. The layered armor.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like samurai-ish.
Yeah. So she runs into
What's the guy's name? Dorsk?
Yeah. He was from the previous issue.
Oh, Stork. That's what it is.
Dork. Yeah.
No, Strock. Sorry. Strock. That no,
He
I
was
got it.
in the previous the first issue, I think, whenever she takes
Yeah.
out
Captain Dork.
yes. And so what she does is she just straight up chucks a baton at him. It goes, "He's a spy." Brilliant. Fantastic. I know.
I was like, ain't no way this is happening right now, bro. She just like gonna
Yoink.
and look at his face right before it hits him too, bro.
What? What?
What? Bro, imagine you're like, imagine the guards, bro. You're like having this person just escorted into the facility, right? And out
Yeah.
of nowhere, she just tosses a electric baton at somebody, hits him straight in the head, knocks them out. She's a spy. Like, bro,
She played it off great though.
yeah.
Like,
I thought she was done here, bro. I thought I was like, okay, she's just gonna
Yeah.
have to kill everybody in there now.
yeah,
There's
which
no
she
way.
could have done. Wouldn't have
Yeah.
been hard. So she goes to meet with the leader. And so she gets a tour of the facility, but then he wakes up and she's explained, "Oh no, he was spying on the Empire for us," and all that stuff.
Mhm.
She just whacks him with, "That's my purse. I don't know you."
Like, that was the most country accent ever, too. That's my purse. I don't know you.
That was from King of the Hill. Have you seen that?
No, I have
Oh my
not.
God.
I know about King of the Hill, but I never really watched it like that.
But so
Are you
basically,
Chinese or Japanese? That's all I know from that show.
Bobby, he's the son. He's like
Uh-huh.
he's like 11 or something. Typical like Southern white kid, red hair,
Uh-huh.
like, and he gets bullied, and he ends up taking a woman's self-defense class.
Oh, bro.
And so he gets, trained to kick to the crotch. But before that, they'd always be like, all right, everyone practice. That's my purse. I don't know you. He goes, that's my purse. I don't know you. He was the king of the school because he beat up all the bullies. But every time he would start with that.
I'm pulling that up right now. Hold up.
Best
Let me
of
see.
that's my purse.
It's charging.
Give me your purse now.
That's my purse.
Don't be afraid to shout it. That's my purse.
That's my purse. I don't know you. Get away from me. Get away from me. Come on, eat some dirt. Let go of my purse. I don't know you. Who's next?
Who's next? I thought he actually had a purse.
Oh, he just said it.
Which one of you guys is the tallest? That's my purse! I don't know you!
Oh, grab!
The metal shop kids. If they hassle us, just run. They won't be able to catch us because they smoke.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bro, that
Hey,
mullet.
Bobby, playing kickball today?
Why? You up for a game?
Just say hi. Just say hi.
Why are they scared? You didn't kick another person in the groin, did you?
3 people. Hey,
Let's keep you down.
Peters, you giving my friend here a hard time?
Oh, Jesus
off.
Christ, hold up. No, what is that haircut? Oh, no,
That's
bro.
Texas.
Oh,
kidding.
my.
Peters, you giving my friend here a hard time? Back off. This is none of your business, Bobby. Oh, I'm making it my business, Peters. What are you gonna do? You gonna kick me in the nose? Am I gonna do it? Yes. When am I gonna do it? Don't know. Could be tomorrow. Now! One thing you'll find out about me, Clark, is that I'm not a very patient person.
Okay, it's like 4 minutes long, but
It
I think we
is.
get it.
Basically, the end of the episode, he a girl bullies him, and he goes to kick her, or maybe it's a teacher or something. He goes to kick her, and it doesn't work.
Oh, bro.
Anyway, she goes, now I have to shut him up again. No. So they tussle a little bit. Then they're talking about, the emperor's dead, the treason.
Wait. You
Did I miss
skipped too
something?
much. You skipped too much. You missed her whole meeting with
Did I?
Pencil Head, bro.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was like, wait, hold up. We ain't there yet.
Sorry.
No, you good.
She met with the
She
Conehead,
met with the cook.
the guy
The cook.
who is in charge of all of this.
The
He
guy who
has
was
been.
reading this comic on the video, he was calling him the cook,
Yeah.
and I just read it the cook all the time, like with a French accent, and the Ratatouille music plays right after every time.
Yeah. What do you think of this exchange here?
With her doing the little guessing game with him.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't know if he was actually impressed because it was like it's kind of like cheap tricks. I feel like if it was me, I wouldn't really believe that since he's a dum dum. Guess he believes it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was that like elaborate from
Yeah.
what I've seen from Mara Jade, you know.
Yeah.
Also, the Prince Shizor statue over here looks like handsome Squidward, bro.
Oh my gosh. It's funny.
And Brody kind of has a dump truck on here. Jeez.
What?
Look at that. Brody here kind of has a dump truck in this panel.
I think that's his elbow.
Okay. Damn. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Bless
This is
you,
the
bro.
plot of the Mara Jade comics.
It's just too much ass, bro.
So after this, the guy wakes up that she knocked out.
Oh, Jesus.
They're
That's my
talking-
purse. I don't know you.
There it is.
Bro, he kind of looks like Homelander on the Boys comics.
Okay. I don't think I haven't read them yet. I'll probably do that.
Yeah, I've
when I'm
only
ready.
seen like a couple, but he kind of
Yeah.
looks like Homelander in those comics.
Interesting. What do you think of this action scene here? She kind of goes
I'm not gonna
in.
lie. I thought it was pretty cool until this happened, and I was like, okay, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but this was so goofy to me, bro. And she's like, he's stronger than he looks. I'm like, bro.
He's an Imperial officer.
Anybody could have done that. I could have done that.
Probably not the best getting out of that whole situation.
She probably didn't expect it because of how stupid it is. Like,
Yeah.
um,
But yes, it's an action sequence. She's trying to find a way to play all of this off, shut up that guy. And so she goes for
the blaster.
Well, yes. I'm just kind of skipping quickly through the action sequence.
No, you're good.
But yeah, she forces the blaster. She does have this whole thing throughout this about how since the Emperor died, she's losing force ability.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I was gonna ask you, like, was she only a little force sensitive and the Emperor was like boosting her?
I wonder if that was kind of it with like the battle meditation, because he was really powerful in the Force, and his influence was very, very much out there.
We should have asked the All Nowhere while we had him.
We should have. We'll ask him next week. But I'm sure her concentration was definitely severed.
Yeah.
I should have also asked him what he thought of the theory that Mara Jade is a child of Palpatine.
Oh, yeah.
That I had, because I have not found anything about her parents yet. So I don't know.
I don't know. It could also be because you know how like in Heir to the Empire, she's almost under a spell.
Yeah.
And later on, like whenever she's able to like kill Luke and get out of the spell, she is able to like go train at Luke's academy and all of that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
maybe it's the spell that she's under that's like draining her force power.
That's true. Because
and then,
I wonder if Palpatine is trying to cipher the force energy off of people while he's trying to rebuild himself.
Ooh, true, bro. That could be it too.
So it could be something like that.
Yeah.
So of course she feels that the force isn't that strong, but she's still able to get her lightsaber, get out of the situation. Then she grabs handsome Squidward, Prince Xizor's bust, and she cuts a hole into it, puts her lightsaber in there.
Bro, I thought that was genius.
Yes.
Because I thought she was putting an explosive into it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention, I guess. I thought she was putting an explosive into it. And she was just gonna kaboom that shit, right? But no, like, bro.
I forgot what she was doing because it was so precise. I was like, "What the heck's going on?" Then I was like, "She's hiding her lightsaber. She can get out of it." But then she says, "Oh well, I was stealing his bust to trying to bring back Black Sun." But then they go to try to kill her. But then she has a remote control activated lightsaber, which is an
I don't think it
interesting
was
part.
remote control. I think she just used the force, no?
No, she has something in her hair. I think she did it
No, true.
earlier in the
True.
series that the lightsaber is activated by a separate switch.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, it kills the leader of Black Nebula.
Which is an amazing scene, bro. She just goes
Great.
click and then boom. Look at that.
Yeah,
I thought like at first, because like I said, I didn't notice that it was a lightsaber. I thought it was like a blaster that
yeah,
like shot right through his head, right?
right.
And bro, I didn't notice it until it showed it again,
When they
and
shot
he
it,
had
it
it.
blew up, and then she brought it to her hand.
Oh, bro, that scene would be amazing. Like actually seeing that happen with her like reaching for the lightsaber, killing two people on the way to her, and then
Yeah,
proceeding to slaughter the rest of them.
right. Which actually she just slices and runs, slices the thing open and runs, and
Mm,
then yeah, she just dips.
goes down the whole little
Yeah.
slippery slide.
So, what did you think of the overall, all of this?
I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. I don't know. I definitely enjoyed the earlier issues more than the last ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said that there's a difference of writers.
Well, the story is all by Timothy Zahn, but Matthew Stagpole was
Mm,
involved in the first half because of
okay.
Isard, I believe, because that was his character. Uh,
Mm. And that's the guy
but
who wrote X-Wing, right?
yes, because him and
Wh-
Timothy Zahn were friends.
I gotta tell you about X-Wing later. Whenever we're
Yes,
done with this.
yes.
But
I
yeah,
started
no, I
Great
definitely
Squadron.
liked his writing mixed with Zahn's writing more
Yeah.
than just Zahn's writing.
Hmm.
Um, Not that it's bad, it's just not as good. That's what
Yeah.
I mean. You know?
Yeah. Let's I don't have too much time, so we'll have to kind of jump through
It's
this,
all right.
but
Not in the Town is pretty fast too.
yeah, it is. So basically it picks up right after because she
Hmm.
goes off, leaves on a ship, but then here she lands. They're talking about how terrible of a place here. Why would anyone come here? Well,
Wolverine.
yeah,
Or it looks like
Wolverine.
a weird looking Wolverine.
Yeah. Wish the art style is
Okay.
a bit different in this, but
Yeah, I like the other art style better.
mhm.
But this one is not like horrible or anything.
Yeah. So basically, the emperor, had another task about
Mhm.
this guy that needed to be taken out, and so she's just going around, kind of finishing certain missions. I wonder if she's
Mhm.
feeling the pull of Palpatine, um, the curse on her, and she's trying to like, okay, my final command. I need to finish all of these things
Mhm.
because that's what she was raised to do. And so she infiltrates this meeting here, um, goes through, takes them out in the ninja suit. Then
Oh yeah,
she
she has
gets,
the ninja suit again.
yep.
Forgot about that.
Um,
About General Maydeen, is he in the movies?
General Main. Yeah,
Yeah, Crix Maydeen. I
yep.
don't remember seeing him in the movies.
He was the guy with the fake beard. I don't know if you remember that. Return of the Jedi. Um, Admiral Akbar. No, Mon Mothma does the opening speech. She talks about the time for our attack has come. But
Oh, I
then,
see it. Okay, I remember him now.
yes.
What is the hair? Oh my gosh.
So here's the thing: the importance of continuity. They made the toys early,
Mm.
okay, and so when his toy had a beard on it, George Lucas was like, "What? He has a beard. The toy has a beard, but the actor doesn't. We need to put a beard on him so it's consistent."
Honestly, the haircut is taking too much away from the beard, bro. I can't even pay attention to that.
Yes. But the beard is fake, and they put it on because the toy had it, and he wanted it to be consistent. Because consistency matters.
Yep.
So what do you think of this so far? Anything standing out to you?
No, I just like the character of Crix Medine because he's also in the X-Wing series now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a little more present, so it's cool to see
Yeah.
him. Poor
Wait.
poor little droid just gets impaled for no reason.
You know, I didn't put together. This is him here, right?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, his haircut. And this
his haircut is better in this than what I saw. Trust me.
from the movie?
Oh, brother, you're not ready for this. What is that?
Well, go here. Go to go back to the
To the comic?
yeah, to the comic. Scroll up. Right there. Wait, go down. Last panel.
This one?
Yeah.
It's just a bowl cut.
It's a bowl cut.
I don't think it's as bad as what he had in the movie. It's
Yeah.
like a sideways bowl cut, bro. Not good at all.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But yeah, she does have a green lightsaber. Not quite sure why.
I think it's just the heir to the empire, not heir to the empire, Dark Empire situation with the art style.
See, the thing is the consistency. It doesn't matter as long as the story is.
Did Filoni color that lightsaber or what?
Probably, or maybe she's just using a different one. And it's not the same events as like in the Ahsoka book. She breaks in, and then
I thought this was genius, bro. Her
Yeah.
making it seem like a whole Imperial fleet is pulling up.
yeah,
Thought that was genius.
wait, sorry.
No, you're good.
She's hunting down all of these people, and like in my head a little bit, I'm like, oh yes, she's hunting bad people. No, these are good people for the most part. I mean, Black Nebula wasn't that good, but
This guy is not really a good person either. He's corrupt. He was stealing from the population for years.
Crooks Main Dean?
Huh?
Crooks Main Dean?
Oh,
Or-
but she's not going after Crix Medine. She's going after
the other guy.
the
Yeah,
Imperial dude. Yeah.
Dang it, I didn't put together that it was. Anyway.
You good?
Yeah, sorry. I was just looking through this. She has a fight scene, which are great. Not as goofy as that one scene.
But then we have this panel.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Whoever drew this knew what they were doing. Come on, bro. You really
my
had to put that on there.
It wasn't like those alien species that were completely drawn.
I was like, come on now, dog.
So she ends up going with the guy she's trying to hunt down, who's
She
been
makes a
stealing
deal
from
with
the
Crix.
population. Oh yeah, after she takes care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes her to the his storehouse with all of his treasures.
Mm-hmm.
And then they, talk about the billions and everything that he has taken. And he, puts up a fight, but she just quickly takes him out.
Oh God, what is that? Okay.
And then Wolverine.
He's- oh my God.
Hey,
What the
bub.
heck? I was not expecting that. I don't remember that when I first read it. Jeez, bro, what is that? It looks like they
Basically,
just mirrored his face over to the other side.
they did. That's funny.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, basically she leaves. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
What do they have next chronologically?
Chronologically, this Tales comic, Tales 15.
What story is that? Oh,
Who the hell is that?
the so the Tales comics have like some of them are jokes. He's an editor.
Bruh.
Some of the art style for these crazy. We can get into
Leia looks like Padme in this.
yeah. But anyway, what did you think of these two stories?
I kind of see it all as one story, to be honest, but
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was great. I don't know if because last stream I was telling you that I would give it a 10 out of 10. Reading the rest, I don't know if I would give it a 10 out of 10 anymore, just because the other half is not as good
Right.
as the first half,
Yeah.
right? Um, I think I would give it like a solid 8. It was good. It was coherent, like gets the job done, tells a story. I really like the first half. I think out of the second half, my favorite part is probably um the last issue where
Mhm.
she gets to finally kill Pencilhead,
Yeah.
and also A Night in the Town.
Yeah.
So like the last issue of Night in the Town is my favorite part of the second half.
I got you.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's solid. I don't think it's bad by any means.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
thought
like an 8 is fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that the way she was able to take out characters that, like she was a quick thinker, and we got to see what she thought, which I think added a lot of like this would have been a really good short story,
Mhm.
because Timothy Zahn really wanted to write a lot of stuff, like give a lot of commentary on it.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. I would probably say this is a 7.5.
Okay. Fair enough.
That might be what I did for Prelude to Rebellion. I might have given that one a 7. I don't know. We'll go back and do a tier list. But
Yeah.
but I'd say it's for the second half. I think that dragged it down a little bit. There was
Yeah,
clever
definitely.
things. It is a bit nostalgic for me because it was early stuff that I read.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I think here. But do you have anything to plug? When are you going? Are you streaming tomorrow?
Oh, bro, I'm trying, but work has been just consuming my life, man.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I'm
Do you have
trying. I
any?
might stream tomorrow. I'll try my hardest to stream. But
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to plug?
let me think. Let me think. Hold up.
Your meme?
Uh,
Your memes?
no, not really. Just Yeah, I haven't had time to work on any memes, bro. That's the
Man.
problem. It's just this new job is tough, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's an 8 hour shift to taking calls back to back, and they play that. Like, my schedule sucks, bro.
Man.
Like, I start at 11, and I finish at 8. So like,
Oof.
yeah, I can't do anything, bro.
Dang.
And then
Sorry
I'm
to
still
hear
dealing
that.
with like it's all right. I'm still dealing with like the visa stuff. So if I'm not doing one thing, I'm doing another, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad to have a job, don't get me wrong, but I definitely hope they switch me to a different what is it called?
Position.
Definitely hope yeah, like a different department. So
Oh, I
I don't
got you.
have to be taking calls anymore.
Yeah, I got you.
Because it's like back to back to back. Nah,
Yeah.
it also drains me, you know. But yeah, I'll try my hardest to stream tomorrow. I'll definitely stream from Saturday to Sunday.
Oh,
So
nice.
like Saturday night I'll
Yeah.
stream. But yeah, other than that, I'll try to work on some other memes too. But
Yeah.
I can't promise anything.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys have a
Yeah.
wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. I think I ended it.
Nah, it still says live, bro.
What? All right. Bye, everyone.